Activate Day 2. Who is joining me? Let's see, and let's get a card going for the group whilst I'm just waiting for people to join. If you're there, or you can see me, or you can hear me, please pop a comment in and let me see what energy we're bringing in tonight. So, ooh, right, I have just, hi, someone's just joined. Pop a comment in, let me know who it is. And we'll see. Hi, Val. Someone else has joined as well. Hi. Right, I've just pulled us a card and I got us the yes card. So this one, again, arms up in the air, because that is what this is all about. It's all about release, and it's all about activating and letting that power out of us. So again, we've got arms up in the air, and this card is just saying yes, like a massive yes for us tonight. And I'll let a few people get on. Hi, Christina. I'll give people a bit of time. So whilst people are joining, I would love to know any ahas, any takeaways, any light bulbs, any kind of just stuff that you're deciding to draw a line under from yesterday. Please let me know. Hi, Oswald. Or any boxes that you didn't realise you were putting yourself into, and you actually have been doing that. So please pop them in the comments. Let me know what you've been feeling after last night's. And yeah, Christina, we just got the massive yes card. So this is what energy I am feeling tonight as well. Hi, Melanie. So please pop in the comments just while we're waiting for people to join. Please put in anything that was a big, oh my God, I've been doing that to myself for ages. Anything you felt, yes, I'm putting myself in that box and I shouldn't be. Or anything you just want to let go of now and move forward. Just pop your comments in, and then I know kind of what's resonated with you and what hasn't, and then we can move on from there. And I'll go into what we're going to be doing tonight, because tonight is going to be an exciting one. So tonight is going to be the absolute party night of it. So we've got the massive yes card, and I've got a drink. So if you haven't got a drink, or it's too early because you're in America, you know, have one later. Make sure you're having a drink tonight and enjoying this evening, because this one is where we start to turn everything round. Last night was all about looking at where we want to draw a line, because tonight we're moving forward. It's no looking back anymore. It is now, we're at that turning point, we're shifting our energy and things are moving forward. So that is what we're going for tonight. So cheers everyone, hope you enjoy it. I've got my rosé prosecco. And please let me know all your ahas and things that have happened, or anything you've been thinking about and just think, right, I'm drawing a line under that, enough's enough, that is me done. I would love to know. And like I said, we've got this yes card, so this is that leap now, the leap to that next phase. So I don't know whether the comments aren't coming through yet, or there's a bit of a delay, but what I'll do, I'll keep going and I'll move into what we're going to be looking at tonight. Oh no, they're coming through now. As you know, I'm retiring soon. Brand new freedom box. Yes, Val. And it's getting yourself ready for how that feels. So that is a weird one. I know Christina's just left her full-time job to work for herself and felt that shift and that energy moving. And it is really important you work through that and don't let any emotions, just don't push them down. Just feel it and move on. Feel it and move on. Cheers, Christina. I hope you've got one, but mind you, it's a bit early over there. So tonight I've gone all out because we are really shifting into this next phase. So the whole point of Activate is about lighting that fire inside of us. And last night was a bit of a difference in energy because we're reflecting on things that have happened where people have made us feel bad, or people have maybe put us in a box that didn't fit. And the whole point of you all coming to Activate is because you know that box doesn't fit. You know there's something different for you. So how do you move forward? So last night was like letting all that go, in a sense, and drawing that line and deciding to move forward. Now, sometimes when we're starting to make a shift or a change, think of it like you're running a tap. If you're running a tap for a glass of water, you don't run the tap and put your cup directly under it. You let it run for a little bit, you let it cool down, get to the temperature you want, and you let all the gunk get out the tap, just so that you can let the good stuff flow. So that is what last night was about. It was about letting all that gunk out and letting the good stuff flow. So now we're on to the good stuff. Because even for me, from a personal point of view last night, and I was texting Christina. So if anybody doesn't know how the dynamics of this business works, Christina is my right-hand woman. She is the one who posts for me. She's literally the one who makes all this magic happen. She gets my crazy thoughts and like channels me in a good way. So if you're wondering who Christina is and what she does, she's literally my right-hand woman and keeps me sane. So thank you for everything you're doing as well. But even after yesterday, because I've run challenges before and I've launched Find Your Inner Magic in the past and things like that, even I was in that headspace of the old thing and the past repeating. And I come off last night's live, and even though I really enjoyed it, I thought, wow, I was rambling a little bit. And was it good enough? That old imposter syndrome, did people understand what I was trying to say? So it doesn't just happen, it's practice all the time. This stuff happens to everyone. And I just want to share this with you because it really made me work through exactly what I'm telling you. So I've had my aha this moment from last night's call. So even this stuff helps me and helps me digest it and helps me keep using it all the time. So today I've had a total aha where it's like, I've never done this launch before. I've never launched the Unleash program. I've never took you through Activate. I've never done any of this. So I don't know, I can't compare anything from the past to this. So it gave me that whole clean slate of saying, because last night I was a little bit like, some people have heard some of this before. Some people have heard bits of it. So I was a little bit in my head, and I don't know whether you noticed, but sometimes, we all get that way. So that's what last night was about. It was about getting all that stuff in your head out and getting it to the point where you're looking at it from, I can see that's the stuff I've been boxing myself up with and bringing from a past. And now we're closing the door on that because we can deal with that and we can move through it and we can shed all of that stuff. And that is what Unleash will do. It'll show you how to do that and it'll get you to do that. But the thing is, often we look to transform by constantly looking backwards. We're thinking, what do we need to heal? What do we need to address from our past? And I'm the complete opposite to that. I heal your past and all of that stuff and all of the stuff you need to heal, but by moving you forward. The only way we can heal anything that's holding us back is by going forward. If you think of it like a whole elastic band around us, we don't know which bits are stretching until we stretch them. So for me, it's all about moving you forward and then see which bits feel uncomfortable, and then that's what we heal and move through. And then we move forward and see which bits feel uncomfortable. So it's a real shift. It's not looking backwards all the time. So now that we've done that reflection piece last night, that's that bit done, and now we're moving forward. So does that make sense to everybody? Is that resonating? Yes, you were great. We're here on the second night. Good, I'm glad you're here, Val. But it's just to tell you how these things work for everybody, and even you're constantly working through this in a really good way. You're not accepting your thoughts that are coming in. You're doing that clear and you're starting afresh, because that's what it's about. We all have that opportunity to start afresh. And whatever situation we're in now, we have currently manifested that previously in our past. And what we're saying as of last night, we are not accepting that anymore, so we're only moving forward. So it's thinking about what could your life look like, and that is where we're going. So tonight it's diving into that desire paradigm. What is it that you actually want? And to explain that, sometimes people might think, well, I don't know what I want. Whereas last night we looked at, well, what do you not want? So if we start to flip that, we can start to see actually where do we want to put our focus, where do we want our energy to flow? Because it is all about your energy, where your focus goes, your energy flows. So to give you an example of that, the universe is so literal and we are constantly co-creating with the universe. But if I said to you, don't think about a blue car, you're all thinking about a blue car, aren't you? I bet you are. You can imagine that blue car, even though I've said don't. So I'm saying do not think of that blue car. And yet, who has got a blue car in their head? I bet you all have. Now, the universe is exactly the same. It hears from your subconscious mind the literal thing that you've said. It doesn't hear a positive or a negative. So even though we are saying don't, it doesn't hear that. It is saying blue car, blue car, blue car, blue car. They must want a blue car. So that is what is being heard. So this is where your focus goes, your energy flows. And often we're in the lack or the scarcity mindset. So we're constantly thinking of what we need just to survive, or what we need just to be comfortable. And that is why most of us have full-time jobs and we look to pay our mortgage all the time and pay our bills and do all that stuff, because that is a need, that is our security blanket, that is enough for us. And that's what we're taught. So we are constantly thinking of just enough to get by. And in fact, we're never thinking about that desire. What is it we actually want? So often when we get the bill that comes through the door, we're constantly thinking, oh, I don't have enough to pay that bill this month. And we look at it, we don't have enough to pay it this month, or I just have enough to pay it this month. And you're constantly looking month to month at this particular bill. So who's been in that mindset when they've got a bill and they've panicked and they're like, oh, it's going to leave me short, I'm not going to have enough. And you're constantly worrying and thinking of this bill that's come through the door. And often we're thinking of, we just don't have enough for that, because we are in this need paradigm where we are constantly looking at what do we need. So we've always just got enough to cover stuff. So if we then get an unexpected bill or something that throws us off, it goes to lack. We're suddenly in that lack space because we've always focused on our need rather than our desire and our want, and that what takes us up to that luxury fulfilled stage. So rather than thinking about just what we need, we never think about what does the other side look like. So if you never had to think of bills and money and all of that again, which is ultimately your ultimate desire, then we don't focus the energy there. And this is where we need to shift our focus. Because actually, if you want to be fully financially free, and yet you're thinking about your bills and your debts all the time, it's not going to happen. So what you need to focus on is the new paradigm, which is the money and what you're going to do with that money and the freedom all of that gives you. So when that bill comes through the door, rather than going into lack, you suddenly shift your energy to living in your dream house and visualizing that dream house and knowing that all of that is coming, and this bill is just from your previous manifestations. So that is where we kind of trip ourselves up, because we are constantly thinking of need. And it's always that thing. So like I talk about relationships as well. Often we worry so much about what we're not getting from other people. We always look at the relationships that are going bad rather than the ones that are going well. And it's always about, I wish they would do this, or I wish they would do that. And why don't they make me feel good? Why are they doing that to me? And actually, we want to look at, what do we want them to do? So what is it that we love about them that they are actually doing? What is it that is working in that relationship? Because the more we focus on that, the more it grows. And then that desire grows. So we just need to flip the switch on where our focus is going. And it literally turns everything on its head to what we've ever been taught. Melanie, I asked the universe for help today to unlock a padlock that no one could open, and I did it first try. See, it is that easy. And just because no one had done it does not mean that you couldn't do it. And this is the thing, it is genuinely like that, but we are constantly taught to think the other way. We've been taught from a young age that if you have a problem, you are the one that has to solve it. You have to put your thinking cap on and you have to solve that problem. And what I'm telling you is, you don't have to be the one that solves it on your own. The universe is there waiting to help you. And actually, it is delivering every single desire you are asking for currently. The problem is, we're just asking for the wrong things. So we need to start focusing our attention. So every time we focus on something, that is us putting a request in. That's us ordering a meal at a bar or something like that. That is the universe going, she wants that, tick, tick, tick. And it's taking stock of everything we're asking for and all them thoughts and all them feelings. And every time that energy is flowing out. So that is why I was saying yesterday, it is so important to claim our energy back, because our energy is our secret source. That is what drives everything to you. If your energy is low and depleted and you're not vibrating at the right level, you can't receive in what it is that it's trying to give you. So we need to pull that energy back into us, and we need to be vibrating at the right place. And the way that we do that is claiming that energy back, but also being conscious of where our focus is flowing. Because if our focus is flowing on the negative and the need, then we are constantly thinking of lack, and that is draining as well. So it's shifting that focus to what it is you do want. Even if you're not 100% on what that looks like yet, you could say that you want to be happy. You can drill into that feeling of, what does your desires look like? When you've got your desires met, what does that feel like? What is the energy of that? When you feel good in yourself, what does that feel and look like to you? And that is where you need to bring in that feeling each and every day. And that is what's going to focus you on where you want to go. The biggest thing people say to me is, I don't know what it looks like. And what you're saying then is, I don't know. So you're getting more of, I don't know. Or I don't know where I'm going. I don't know the how. So we're just creating more of not knowing. Whereas if we shift our focus to, I am open to seeing the opportunities, I am open to seeing the possibilities, it completely changes everything. So we've got to be conscious of our thoughts and our words. And as well, we can cancel these out. So if we have had a bad day and these negative thoughts keep seeping in, we can clear them out. So don't feel like if you think a negative thought, it is the end of the world, because it's not. It's not going to cancel out your manifestations. It's not going to cancel where you're going. It's just going to, you just need to clear that out and refocus your energy. And that's the thing. It's about claiming that power over your mind so that you can start to focus on what it is you want. So does anybody have anything that they're really kind of, if I took that glass ceiling off and said, There is no glass ceiling on you. There is no box you're living in. You literally have limited potential, and we can help you tap into that limited potential. What is the first thing that you think you would want? What is it you would really focus on if you didn't have any fear of lack? I want you to think about that and pop it in the comments if you know exactly what that would be. If you had no fear that anything was going to go wrong and you felt fully supported by the universe, because we really are, the universe is always working for us. What is it that you would want? What is that desire? And don't overthink it, just go with your gut. What is coming up for you? What is that real desire that's coming up for you now? So I'll just let the comments catch up and let me know if that helps and resonates. And just put that big desire for you. If you knew that the universe was fully supporting you, you didn't have any ceiling on you at all, any box to fit in, you literally were limitless, what is it that you would desire? A house for my family that we own. Yeah, lovely. And that's the thing, how often are you visualizing that house, stepping into that energy of the house, planning what you would put in that house, focusing on that feeling of how amazing it's going to be? Or are you currently thinking, that is something I don't have, that is something I need, that is something that will give me happiness? That's the difference between the focus. Val saying, a beautiful motor house and driving around Europe exploring. Brilliant. So how much do you take yourself to that place, Val? How much are you imagining yourself driving your motorhome and what it's going to look like inside, and picking those interiors and knowing it's coming, and plotting the places out in Europe that you're going to visit and getting them pictures live in your mind, so that whenever you think of that lack, you go to that place instantly. Hi Karen, my ex realising he's made a mistake. So with that one, I would just concentrate on that loving relationship, because actually what might surprise you is it could be your ex, but it could be someone else. So what you want to think about is what that amazing, loving feeling feels like, because we don't control how the packages come. Believe me, they come in so much better form. And I've used this one in the past, Karen. So I used to think, when I was with my ex, I used to think, oh, it'd be great if he did this, and I imagine him doing that, and wouldn't it be great for this? And the universe went to me, yes, Rachel, that's amazing. You can have all of that. It just looks like this. And it was a completely different person, but it was literally everything that I wanted. And it is about imagining that feeling, imagining what is it that you love about that person that you want in your life. So again, don't think about him not feeling that mistake, because that is a lack. That is you wanting him to change. It's you putting up that resistance between it happening. But imagine when it does happen, or if it happens with someone else, what is that you're bringing in? What is that love that you're getting? What does that feel like to you? It's all about shifting it to not where you're currently at and where you're feeling low, but actually once you have that love in your life, what is that going to feel like? How good are you going to feel? And it's stepping into that energy. So I hope that helps with that one, Karen. Sorry, I'm having a minute. But I hope it helps shift it. And honestly, the universe always has your back. So if you haven't heard the podcast where I talk about this one, the universe is constantly getting us to the right place with the right people, and we never ever miss anything that is for our best, believe me. So we've got to get ourselves in this mantra daily, that we are constantly being supported, we are constantly being protected and helped. And this is the big thing that I teach people, because we really do look externally for everything. Now you can have the most amazing life externally, believe me. We can attract all of that in, all of that good stuff. We can have it. Now, whatever you've been told before, whatever you've been told your limits are, they're not true. You can have it. You can have it all. And we really can. But how we do that is working inside out. And if you look at this card, it is literally that energy. He's got these wings and it's inside out, and it's a massive yes. Yes, this is happening for me. And this is what I love about this work, because it literally is the key to everything. Once you unlock, and this is why we're doing Activate, because it is all about activating that magic and seeing how powerful you actually are. So once we unlock that inside of us, and this is the thing, unleash it, then we step in, we actually unleash it into the world so that everything gets attracted to us. All them desires, all them big dreams, they are what comes in. So this Activate is all about you seeing this power inside of you, because you literally do have it. I don't care what you've been told by other people. I don't care how you feel currently in yourself, because you could be the lowest you've ever felt, but actually you still have that power inside of you. Whether you're feeling it or not, it is still there. It is still dying to get out, and it still can come out. So wherever you are on that scale, it can change in an instant. It really, really can. So I hope this one has helped you try to think about where you can shift that energy and focus to. And I just want you to take a minute now. And what we're going to do tonight is a little bit of a test and a little bit of a, let's see how the universe is showing up for us all in this group. So we're going to do what I like to do and manifest a penny. So I want you all to just take a nice deep breath. And we're going to ask the universe. And what I want you to do is just get in your mind a penny. Just imagine a penny in your mind, and imagine picking it up off the floor or somewhere unusual. And just imagine that feeling, and just ask the universe, and this is all in your mind, just let them think, let these thoughts flow. And we're going to ask the universe that each and every one of you who's watching this video or watching the replay manifests a penny in the next 24 hours. And this is from an unusual source. So you're going to find a penny somewhere, or someone's going to give you a penny. So just take a nice deep breath and imagine that penny in your mind. And then just ask the universe to bring that to you within 24 hours. And just let that go. And just know that that is done. That penny is coming to you now in some way, shape or form. And we're going to see how that penny comes in, and we're going to share it with us tomorrow by the time we've all got it. But we really can ask for what we want, and we really can co-create with the universe to make that happen. And it's all about shifting that focus and letting ourselves dream, letting ourselves have those desires. Because as women, we have been told that we shouldn't have all these desires. Sometimes we're actually told that desire and pleasure is wrong. And actually, it's part of us. We have this feminine energy, and it is meant to be part of us, and it's meant to be flowing, and we're meant to have this lovely vulnerability about us. But we squash that down because we end up doing that masculine role of doing, and we squash all this loving, receiving energy that we naturally have built into us. And we're told that it's a weakness, and it's not. It's a gorgeous vulnerability and a gorgeous openness that our feminine energy has, and we need to embrace that in us. So we need to start bringing in the desires. All them desires that we've thought we maybe can't have, so I might as well not dream, we're bringing them in. Because that is what I used to do. I used to think, well, I can't make this happen, so there's no point of even trying. So I never let myself dream at all. And I just used to think that, you know, it was just better not to because I would always be disappointed. So I don't know whether that resonates with you, but I was constantly thinking that until I started shifting, and then everything started getting easier. So I hope that one like makes you think, where are you focusing your attention? And there's an easy way to tell. So when we're having these thoughts and when we're trying to think of things, you've got to be thinking, are you thinking about the past, present or future? So when you're constantly thinking about where your focus is, you might be thinking about the past. You might be thinking, well, this has never happened before, so it's not going to happen now. Or you might be thinking something negative from the past. Whatever it is, it's a good sense check to think, if you're feeling low or out of sync, where are you thinking, past, present or future? And often we look at the past and it makes us feel quite low, and we can look at the future and sometimes feel quite anxious. And if we're getting them feelings that are coming up, that is when we know that we're in that need paradigm. We're looking at lack, we're looking at scarcity, because we're feeling them negative emotions. And our emotions are the best dial ever. They give us that gauge of where we're at. So if you're feeling that negativity, then you're currently thinking something of lack. So we need to start to shift of, what is my next best feeling thought? How can I improve my thinking here? And that is where you start to shift your focus. And you start to think more, right, well, I don't have the money now, so what does it look like when I have the money? What does that feel like when I have that money? What does it feel like when I have that relationship? And shifting into the energy of bringing that into your present. So by you feeling that energy of having the money or energy of having that love, it brings it into your present feeling. So then what that does is create more of it. So this is why gratitude is amazing as well, because it brings you into the present and makes you look at what you are really, really happy for. So do not dismiss a gratitude practice. That is amazing. And it just makes you think, even if you're having a low day, think about what you're grateful for that day. So, Val, great reminder. Good. So yeah, use your emotions as your gauge. They are your biggest allies. Even though sometimes we become our emotions, they are the ones that tell us something's wrong or something's right. And that is what the emotions are for. All feelings are meant to be felt. So everyone, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, they are all meant to be felt because they're telling you something. They are your messengers. So they will tell you where your thoughts are going. Even if you've been sidelined with your thinking pattern, your emotions will come up and tell you where your thoughts are going. So use them as that gauge to go, right, I'm not feeling good now. So what am I thinking? What is happening? I'm thinking negative thoughts. So let's clear that and start to focus on what it is I do want. And it can be that simple, but it's practice, practice, practice. And that's the thing. Love it. Needed that reminder. Hi, Casey. I didn't know you were on. So yeah, that is what we need to start focusing on. So we need to, tonight we're thinking of, where is it we are going? What desires are we bringing in and what do they look like? And if you started to let yourself feel them desires, what do they feel like? Really step into that energy of what it is you want to bring into your life. Once you've cleared that glass ceiling out and you've cleared that box, you've broken down the sides, what is that life looking like? Because that is where we're focusing our attention, and that is where we need to bring that energy into our vibration. So this is where we start to feel and let the desire run through us. So please start to think about how that happens for you. Now, just to give you a little take on what the 12-week program is. So this is Activate. This is my 3-day program, which is all free, and you're going through this now. And Activate is literally amazing. It is taking you from that place where you maybe don't know what you want and you don't know what's happening, to lighten that fire inside of you, giving you this massive yes, yes, yes. And then unleashes the how. I hear so much where people tell me, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to get my mindset right. I don't know how to bring these desires in. I don't know how to lift my vibration. I don't know how to make myself happy or confident or get out of my, whatever's holding you back. They just don't know the how. Unleash for me is that how. It's how you go from knowing there is something more for you to actually bringing it to life, to working through the stuff in the 12-week program that will take you step by step back from where you are now, where you know you have this desire, you know you want to bring this to life, to actually bringing it to life, to doing the steps to get you there. It's the how to get you clear. It's the how to shed all the old stuff that's holding you back. It's the how to give you the confidence. It is the how to know how to work with the universe. It is literally all them things that you just don't know how to bring it to life. It steps you through that in my proven formula that I have used personally and I use with all my clients as well. So it really is, when you're saying, I don't know, this is the how. This is how you end up knowing. This is the bit that you've probably been missing, thinking, I've got all these thoughts and I've got all these dreams, but I just don't know how to do it. Well, this is what Unleash is. And Unleash is nothing like I have done before. It is literally taking you on that journey. So Find Your Inner Magic was my older course, and that was amazing, and I absolutely love teaching that. And there's bits of Find Your Inner Magic in this, but this is that next level. It is literally taking you on that journey from knowing you have that potential, knowing you have all this good stuff inside of you and it's dying to get out, to giving you the techniques and the tips and the stuff that is going to get you there, to literally walking you through every step of that journey and supporting you and holding your hand. So I hope that explains what Unleash is. For the detail in it is a 12-week program. You get workbooks, you get videos that talk you through it, and then you get weekly coaching calls with me as a group that take you through all the basics that you need and all the information that you need and bring that all out of you. You also get meditations that take you through it. You get tapping that takes you through it. There's all sorts of good stuff in there, but detail wise, the transformation that you get is taking you from that place where you don't know how to put all of this into practice to the point where this is just natural. This is who you are. You become that person you've been dying to become. So I hope that makes sense if anybody's interested in that. It's available for the next week, and I'll be back on here tomorrow and I'll tell you a bit more about it, but that is what that program is all about. So please, any questions, just let me know. And anyone who signs up within the up until Saturday while the launch is going on, you also get the bonuses. So you get the extra help with the meditation and tapping into your intuition through the Frustrated to Zen course. You get the abundance prayer, and then anyone who pays in full also gets a free clarity session with me. So that is worth $197, and that is a session where we go deep into what it is specifically you need. So that's available too. So make sure you go and check it out, and literally any questions, please let me know. But tonight, I cannot wait to see where your pennies are going to come from. They could literally come from anywhere. And can I just say that if you make that decision tonight, that you are now going to be stepping into your desires, you are going to be setting yourself that new challenge, that the past is never repeating itself. You are owning your desires and going for them, then literally your life will never be the same again. And I love that. Life could change as you know it in the best possible way. And I want excitement around that because it literally could. So I'll just look at comments. Bring on the penny. Yes, Christina. And this is the biggest thing. It's a penny or whatever else the universe wants to bring. This could be lots of money. Who knows? Let's bring this on. Yes, I can't wait. I've came so far, but still wonder how sometimes. Amazing, Casey. Well, that is open for you too. And being part of the membership, you get your special discount as well. Yes, Val, honestly. So I hope tonight has helped. We are now setting our course for the future, and tomorrow is all about choosing again and how we start to bring that to life, so that we're literally stepping into that power. We are bringing that next stage of you and bringing this next stage of Activate to life. So I can't wait for tomorrow night. And any questions, please don't be shy, pop them in the group. And also there is still chance to win the scholarship. So by downloading Activate, which I know a lot of you already have, you've already got an entry into the draw. Also posting in the group. So if you post a picture or like anything where you're posting, unfortunately not comments, but posting it in the group yourself is an entry. So go for that. Post your desires, post what you're drawing a line under, post whether you've got your penny already, whatever that is for you, post that in the group and you get an entry to win that prize as well. And then sharing with anybody. So if you share it with anybody and tag me in a post, then you get another entry. So please don't be shy, invite people. The replays are still on there. So just share it and then other people can get to be activated too. So I hope that helps. And yeah, I've loved tonight. I'm going to go and finish my Prosecco. So I hope you all have a drink, because remember, nothing is ever going to be the same again after this 3 days. If you adopt these practices, nothing is ever going to be the same again. You are one decision away from changing your whole life. So let's change it to think, what do we want life to look like? Not what we've always had. What do we want it to look like, and where are we going from now? And let's cheers to that and have a massive yes, because this is happening. This is really, really happening. Cheers, Val. I hope you've got yourself a drink as well. And let's manifest a penny or something better. I cannot wait to hear what you all have by tomorrow. It's going to be so exciting. And I will see you tomorrow night at 8:30 UK time, 3:30 EST. So see you then. I love you all. Thank you for showing up live, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.